Set number 1. The scatter plot given below depicts the marks obtained by 15 students in a class who appeared in 2 tests, an English test y-axis and the mathematics test x-axis. Each test score was an integer for every student. The maximum mark for each of the 2 tests was 100. The winner of the class is decided by first adding the scores obtained by each student in the 2 tests and then identifying the student with the highest total score among them, which is a standard procedure, right? When 2 variables are plotted along a mutually perpendicular axis as a scattered chart, a line of best fit is used to represent the correlation of the data. So this dotted line is the line of best fit, this line. In other words, the line of best fit gives us an outline of the relationship between the 2 variables, and it serves as a tool to make predictions about future data points. In a way, the line of best fit should divide all the data points into 2 halves with an almost equal number of data points. The line of best fit has been drawn as a dotted line in the chart given below. So here we do see that out of a total of 15 students, we have got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7 students above the line, and we see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8 students below the line, since it says almost equal number of data points. So we can see that. And also we can observe that when the English score is highest, the math score is the lowest. And when the English score is the lowest, the math score is the highest. So we can say that when the English score increases, the maths decreases and vice versa. Let's number the students and as 1 to 15, and let's write down the values of their maths and English scores. So let's start with this one being as the first student. So he gets the value between 10 and 20. It lies here. So this is a gap of 5 minor x's, out of which each will represent 2 of them. So this is 15. And if you look at the y-axis, this is a jump of 20 major axes, which is divided into 5 equal parts. So 20 divided by 5, which will mean the gap between every minor axis along the English y-axis, it's 4 units. So if I want to calculate for English, this is going to be 4 less than 100, but that will result in 96. Let's take the second student as this student. So this is going to be just between 18 and 20, that will result in 19. And its value over here is going to be, this is 76, this is 72. So it's not 74, it's more than that. So this is 75. Let's look at the third student. Let's say this is the third student. His score is 22 in maths. And his score is 64, 68, 72. So this is 70 se niche. So this is going to be 69. If we look at student number 4, his math score is between 28 and 30. So this is going to be 29. And his English score is 8 less than 60. That will result in 52. The fourth student is, the fifth student is, let's say this one, which is going to give us 32 in maths. And it's going to be less than 80, 4 less than 80, and then it is even below that. So this is 76, 1 less. So that will be 75. Let's say this is the sixth student, which will be 32 and 34 ke beech, so 33. And his score in English is going to be 8 less than 100, which is going to give us 92. Let's say this is the seventh student. He gets 40 in maths. And he gets exact value between 60 and 80. That will result in 70. Let's say this is the eighth student. He gets 44 in maths. And he gets a value which is between 60 and 64, and this is almost in middle. This is not exactly in middle. This is a little less. So this is not 62, but rather 61. Next, the ninth student, let's say this is the ninth student, he gets 50 in maths, and he gets 64 and 68 exactly in between that. So this is going to be 66. If you look at the 10th student, so this is the 10th student, let's say, he gets 52, 54, 56 in maths, and 42, 44, 48. So 48 in English. Let's say this is the 11th student. He gets 69 in maths, and he gets one less than 60, which is 59 in English. This is the 12th student. He gets 74 in maths, and in English he gets between 36 and 40, which will result in 38. Let's say this is our 13th student. 13th student gets exactly between 80 and 90, which is going to be 85, and he gets the value exactly in between 16 and 20, so this is going to be 18. The 14th student is, let's say, this point, so he gets 2 less than 90, which is going to be 88, and he gets exactly between 36 and 40, which is same as the previous one, the one before that, so it will be 38. And let's say this is the 15th student who gets 90 in maths and gets a value which is a little above 24, that will result in 25. So now let's look at the questions and see what the questions are asking us. Question number 1. For how many students their score in English is at most 60% higher or lower than their score in maths? So let's take student by student. So 15 is the score in maths. So 60% higher is going to be 9 more, so that's 24. So English is way beyond that. If we take 1975 is way beyond that. 22 to 69, that's almost double. 2952 is almost double. 32 double. This is almost 3 times. 40 to 70 is a little less than double. So let's check this. 60% of 40 is 28. So 40 plus 28 is 68. So there is a miss here. Next is 44. Now 40% or 60% of 40 is 28. 44 would be more. So this definitely works out. 60% of 50 is 30. 50 plus 30 is 80. This is within the range. Next we have is 56. This is definitely greater than 60% less of 56. Then let's consider this to be 70, and we have 60. This is definitely 60% less. 74 to 38. So 60% of 74, that's what we need to reduce, or we can say 40% of 74, same thing. Now 40% of 74, 10% is 7.4. So 40% will be around 30. It won't be 38. So this is ruled out. It says at most 60% higher or lower than their scores. So does this fall within the category? Yes, it falls within the category, isn't it? Yes, this is acceptable. This is not beyond that. It's not less than that, right? So 13th now, 85 and 18. So it's almost just 20%. So it's 80% less. Take this. Next we have is 88. 40% of 88 is going to be 8 into 4, 32, and 8 into 4, 32. So this is around 36. This is 38, definitely way beyond that. And 40% of 90 is only 36. This is less than that. So this is not accounted for. So we'll have a total of 6 such students whose score in English is going to be at most 60% higher or at least 60% lower. C option. Question number 2. What could be the best predicted score according to the line of best fit for someone in maths test who scores 50 marks in English? So somebody who scores 50 marks in English, will lie somewhere between 48 and 59. So their score in maths is going to be between 56 and 69. So we can see that there is a jump of around 10 here, right? There is a jump of around 10. And out of that jump, we need a jump of 2 only. So 1/5 increase is what? So that would mean there is going to be a decrease of 1/6 here. So 1/6 change is required here as well. So since this is 56 to 69, this is an increase of 13. So 2 more increase, a little over 2 more increase. So 56 plus 2 more is 58. The closest option is going to be 60. So option C. We can take 1/6 or 1/5. Since we do not, we shouldn't actually predict that this is inversely proportional. Nothing of that sort is explicitly mentioned. So there is an increase of 13 and we need to increase it by 1/5 as well. So this is going to be an increase of 1/5 of 13 is going to be 2.6. So the closest one we can have is 60 again. So either way it works. C option. Question number 3. The average marks obtained in English by the students is blank. The average marks obtained in maths by the students, less than, more than, equal to, or none of the above. So what we will have to do is calculate the average, or we can look at the differences. So let's take the base as maths and see the change. So there is an increase 84 here. There is an increase of 56. There is an increase of 47. There is an increase of 23. There is an increase of 43. There is an increase of 59. There is an increase of 30. There is an increase of 17. There is an increase of 16. Now there is a decrease, and the decrease is of mere 8. There is a decrease of 10. There is a decrease of 36. There is a decrease of 67. There is a decrease of 60, and then there is a decrease of 75. So if you look at the increase component, this is way higher than the decrease component. That means English has overall more weightage, or the values are higher in English as compared to math. So we do not have to calculate the average. Looking at this, we can say that the sum of the marks in English for these 15 students is way more than that of maths. So their average would be also more. So the answer is going to be option B. Question number 4. The difference between the lowest marks of a student in the 2 subjects combined and the highest marks of a student in 2 subjects combined is. So we need to find out somebody who has got the lowest marks. 15 plus 96 is more than 100. This is almost in 90s. This is in 90s. This is in 80s. So this is 29 plus 52. This is 81. 32 plus 75 is more than 100. This is more than 100, 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 more than 100. So all the other pair of values is more than 100. So 81 is the. Now, if we need to find out the maximum, we need to see which one is going to result in the highest value. So 96 plus 15 is 111. So definitely not 2. This is 111 as of now. This is definitely not there. This is definitely not there. This is 107. No. This is 125. So as of now, This is the highest. This is 110, this is 105, this is 116, this is 90, 104, this is 128. So this is the largest as of now. Next is 112, a little over 100. So 126, it was close, and this is 115. So this turns out to be the highest. We need to find out the difference between these two, 120 and 81. So that is 19 plus 28, that will result in 47. So answer is going to be option A. Question number 5. Which of the following is definitely true? For both these subjects, the student who got the highest marks in one of the two tests also got the lowest score in the other test. So if you look at English, he got the highest in English, he got the lowest in maths. Did he? Yes. Now, somebody who got the highest in maths, did that student get the lowest in English? No, we have got lesser value than 25 where somebody else got. So this is not definitely true. Next, the student who got the median score in one of the two tests also got the median score in the other test. Okay, if you look at maths, that was median for sure, which will be 44. Let's see if English score 61 is the median. So 96, 75, 69, 92. Okay, either let's count the highest values or the lowest values. So let's write down the lowest values. We have 18, then we have 25. And after 25, we have 2 38s. So 1, 2, 3, 4 done. After 38s, we have 48 is the next highest. After 48, we have got values in 50s, and in 50s, we have got 52. After 52, we have got 59. We need the 8th value, 3, 3, 6, 7th. Now, this is the median. After 59, the next value we have is 61. So yes, this is also the median. So this is definitely true. Once we get B option as the answer, we shouldn't check the remaining two.